여러분, 40년 넘게 시장에서 살아남은 성공한 트레이더가 어떤 스타일의 트레이딩을 해야 가장 높은 수익률을 얻을 수 있을지 알려준다면 당장이라도 따라가서 들어봐야 하지 않을까요? 그래서 오늘 준비했습니다. 한국에서는 유명하지 않지만 월스트리트에서는 트레이딩의 대가로 불리우는 트레버 닐의 조언을 들어보도록 하겠습니다. 트레버 닐은 40년 이상 시장에서 성공하기 위한 자신만의 전략을 개발해온 성공적인 트레이더이자 투자자입니다. 트레버 닐의 전문성은 포브스, 블룸버그, 월스트리트저널 등을 통해 소개된 바 있습니다. 또한 전 세계 컨퍼런스에서 정기적인 강의를 하며 뛰어난 통찰력을 보여주고 있습니다. 2021년 알고 트레이딩 컨퍼런스에서 발표한 내용에 따르면 2006년 펀드를 시작한 이후로 트레버 닐은 자신만의 모델을 검증하고 발전시켜 왔으며 이 모델은 강한 추세에서 바이 더 딥을 하며 주요한 조건들과 위험관리 기능이 있다고 합니다. 전문적인 경험뿐 아니라 트레버 닐은 투자업계의 스타트업과 기업의 고문으로도 활동하고 있습니다. 기업이 실질적으로 잘 운영되고 있는지를 확인하며 여러 조직과 긴밀하게 협력하고 있습니다. 트레버 닐의 시장에 대한 지식과 교육에 대한 헌신적인 접근은 수많은 사람들이 성공적인 트레이더가 되는데 중요한 역할을 하고 있습니다. 트레버 닐은 이렇게 말합니다. 모두에게 적용되는 것은 아니지만 장기적인 추세 안에서 상승과 하락을 거래하며 보유기간은 약 한 달 정도가 되는 스윙 트레이딩이 기관 투자자에 비해 어떤 불이익도 받지 않으며 동등한 입장에서 경쟁할 수 있다고 말합니다. 메릴 린치에서 근무했었고 블룸버그에서 기술 분석 책임자로 근무했던 트레버 닐. 한국에서는 유명하지 않지만 월스트리트에서는 트레이딩의 대가로 불리우는 트레버 닐의 조언을 들어보도록 하겠습니다. 알파 컨덕터 채널 구독과 좋아요, 알림 설정하시면 최신 영상을 가장 빠르게 시청하실 수 있습니다.
I think not. Just don't try and compete with the big money machines, the funds, the hedge funds, the professional traders, the institutional traders. So what do I mean by that? For example, these people have got microsecond, low latency connectivity. They definitely know the news before you do, even though the news is released at some instant at 1:30. They actually know it before you do. They're already priced it in. They've already made their money and go. You can't compete with that. So just avoid trying to compete with the areas in which you've got no chance of doing better than them. There are areas where they actually have no advantage over you, and why not go for that, where you're really on a level playing field with them. I think that the areas where you have no disadvantage is if you're trading exchange-traded products, so the price is transparent in the security. If you trade with a daily chart, you're seeing exactly the same high and low and close and volume as any institution, so it's nothing secret about it, and so you can see what he can see. And so if you operate in that longer time frame, for example, all his advantages have gone. Actually, you've got many advantages now that he hasn't got. You can learn to trade as possibly better than an institutional guy who hasn't got any time to learn. You can study, you can do that. You can also not trade. It's not an option for many of these people. They must trade, and you can see that it's not the right time and I shouldn't be doing it. Also, being smaller than them has a lot of advantages too, because for them, being very large means that by the time they start buying things, they're starting to move the thing itself. You're most likely, if you do buy things, you won't be moving the market at all, and so you can buy strength and breakouts and things like that, but an institution has to predict the breakout, which is a very risky thing to do, in order to start buying before the event itself. Use your advantages and certainly don't be drawn into and seduced into areas where you are at a clear disadvantage. And these areas are you haven't got size, you cannot trade faster than institutions, and so go where you've got an advantage over them, which is more in the intermediate term, doing technical analysis, become systematic. You can do all these things as well as they can do it. They may have sophisticated algorithms for short-term trading and high-frequency trading and machine learning algorithms, but they're all gravitating towards this shorter time frame. Just leave that alone, let them have that. But go to an area where, if there's a trend in the market which is driven by the demand of the security, the fundamentals of security, that's what's moving the price. They can't change that. It will be the same for you as it is for them, and you'll be able to see it as well as they can see it. Maybe you could even see it better because you're working under less pressure than they are, and you're got more time and you're doing it more slowly than they are. So go where you've got your own strengths and avoid the areas where you're at a clear disadvantage. It is for me. I'm not saying swing trading is a sweet spot for me. I'm not saying it is for everybody. It's just sort of when I ended managing a big fund and went into a smaller fund, I then didn't have anybody telling me what to do. So I had the opportunity to go to do what I thought was best and what would be most profitable rather than suited the investors the best. And so I feel that I have no skill or ability to forecast 6 months or a year ahead. It's a guess like it is for anybody, but most people don't admit it, but the reality is who knows where it's going to be that far ahead. The short term is very difficult to trade for different reasons. It's difficult, but also you've got the disadvantages of all this power that these institutions have got. But I would head for this area, which I would think is with a horizon of about a month for your holding period, something like that. That's typically swing trading, the trading the ups and downs in a long-term trend. And there you can do that just as well as any institutional trader. You're not at any disadvantage. The size is not a problem. And you've got the same tools as they have got, the same data as they have got. So go where you've got the same level playing field as you're playing in the same level playing field as they are. And I think in some cases you'll be able to do it better than they can.
누군가 한국 주식시장 특징을 얘기할 때 이렇게 말하곤 합니다. 주주 환원이 되지 않는 거버넌스 문제가 있는 시장, 대주주의 경쟁력이나 이익을 위한 쪼개기 상장, 주주에게 배당하지 않는다고 악명을 갖고 있는 기업이 많은 시장, 난이도가 높고 위험 요인이 가득한 코스피와 코스닥에서 살아남기 위해서는 어떤 능력이 필요할까요? 어떻게 투자해야 우리의 초과 수익을 높일 수 있을까요? 이런 위험 요인을 분석 과정에서 제외시킬 만한 기업과 산업의 분석 능력을 갖추거나 트레버 닐의 조언처럼 스윙 트레이딩이 가장 높은 효율을 낼 수 있을 것이라고 생각합니다. 4월부터 멤버십을 시작하는데요. 알파 멤버로 가입하시는 분들은 한시적으로 오픈 톡방을 개설해서 투자 아이디어를 함께 나누도록 하겠습니다. 알파 멤버로 가입하셔서 비밀번호를 확인하실 수 있습니다. 가입하신 뒤에 입력하고 입장하시면 됩니다. 많은 관심 부탁드리고요. 다음 시간에 더 유익한 내용으로 찾아뵙겠습니다. 금융시장 초과 수익 지휘자 알파 컨덕터였습니다.